Tom Aspinall has just broken down the highly anticipated rematch between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev, giving fans a closer look at what to expect inside the cage.
Alex Pereira he has done really well with the skill set that he's got. A very dangerous striker, great with the calf kick, great with the distance control, great with the left hook, very, very powerful striker. I think the matchups were quite favourable to him up until this point. I think the threat that Ankalaev brings in, him being a southpaw, him controlling the range really well, and him just with the threat of the takedowns. Even in the first fight, we didn't really see him really go for the takedowns too much, but I think just the threat being there, I think stylistically, he's a bad matchup for Pereira, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again, in my opinion.
Leads me on nicely to my stat, mate.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, in the UFC history, we've had a lot of immediate rematches. I think we've had about 15, 16 immediate rematches. It's only happened on, I think, 4 occasions where in the immediate rematch, you've had the flips and the champion's managed to regain his belt once again. Obviously, he's been in one before at middleweight, hasn't he, against Izzy, and Izzy ended up regaining his belt on that particular occasion. It didn't go his way that night. Do you want to show us how it looks stylistically for people that are tuning into the show?
Paul's the man who's been it. I can give you a go. I'll give you a. But you let me know, Paul, if you think it's anything like him. I think. Well, he's a southpaw, so what he does really well. So is I'm going to be Ankalaev. So what he does really well. This is something that the commentators and people don't seem to mention a lot. Is he always gets his feet in the right place.
We all agree UFC wants Pereira to win, right? Like, are they praying for him to win?
I don't know about praying, but they want him to win.
It'd be much better for business, right?
If he clips Ankalaev at some point, Dana's going to perk up a little bit for sure.
If Pereira wins and Roundtree wins, Alberg has already won. Who's his next opponent?
Pereira wins and Roundtree wins. Alberg.
If Pereira wins and Prochaska wins, Alberg has already won. Who's next? Okay, so Alberg's next regardless?
I think he's cheering for Pereira, yeah.
Okay. If Ankalaev wins and Roundtree wins, who's his next opponent?
Roundtree, I think.
I'd probably say Alberg.
If Ankalaev wins and Yuri wins?
I think it'd be Yuri.
Yuri Ankalaev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yuri has had 2 shots at Pereira, and
Yeah.
obviously Glover before that. He did win.
But it's a bigger name. If they're trying to make Ankalaev into something, I think Yuri is probably the best option for him.
And Yuri almost guarantees an exciting fight for the fans.
Absolutely.
Pereira versus Roundtree was such a good fight.
It was fantastic.
Well, that's why I think like his fault, just in terms of lack of the intrigue around that headline fight, and that's not Oberg's fault. He's not from Australia. He's not from Perth. But I just do feel like Roundtree is a guy that they've sold a pay-per-view on before. Pereira, it was a fantastic fight, as you mentioned on Monday, Ariel. I think that's why I'm kind of siding with Roundtree in all these situations.
Roundtree, the Hill fight wasn't that exciting.
No.
It was just kind of one-sided.
Do you think Alberg will be penalized for the poor ticket sales? Do you think that'll hurt his chance?
The lack of intrigue around the event in totality. Like, you know what I mean?
Is that his fault?
No, but I mean, they'd rather blame him than themselves.
Oh, for sure.
Alberg versus Pereira is a fun, fresh matchup, which I think would be a very good fight, right?
Sharing his technical insights during a Fight Lab session on TNT Sports, Aspinall reminded everyone why his voice carries weight in the MMA world. Fans know he isn't just a powerhouse inside the octagon. He's also one of the sharpest minds when it comes to analyzing styles, strategies, and matchups. Reflecting on their first clash, Tom pointed out how Ankalaev's patience, control, and relentless tactical pressure managed to completely shut down Pereira's dangerous striking arsenal.
Fought, and now Pereira's the light heavyweight champ. Who the fuck has ever won 2 world titles quicker than that guy? I mean, nobody. Never been done. No one's been a champ quicker than that guy.
He's a Hall of Famer right now.
Right now.
Isn't that crazy?
Right now. Just a few fights in his UFC career, he's a Hall of Famer.
6.
100%.
6.
Bro, I remember I was telling people about him.
You were
before
telling me I won money off the first 2 fights. Nobody knew.
I was telling
Nobody
DC.
knew. I listened to you.
DC didn't believe me. He's like, come on. I go, dude, you gotta listen to me.
You
You gotta listen to me. This guy has that crazy power. He's got something weird where he hits guys. They look confused. I watched him beat everything. I watched him beat Jason Wellness. I watched him fuck up everybody over there. Fuck up. He was beating up everybody over there, dude. And it was the way he was doing. He was putting him into orbit.
You just never know, though, because the straight
Dustin Jacoby, that Dustin Jacoby KO.
Savage.
Jesus Christ. I was like, this fucking guy's terrifying. He was just different. He was just different. Like, the power was different. The style was different. It's a weird style. Hands down, weird movement. Like, but super technical, man. Like, confusing. Like, you see him, you say, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He just hits hard. Negative. Incorrect. Completely unique style. Very technical and very well thought out. He's got solutions to everything. He was showing me in DC how he checks leg kicks, and we had a conversation about it. Can we talk about this? Can we tell people this?
What do you say?
No, me and DC did. Like, I don't know. We decided. I don't think we should tell people.
Yeah.
He's got a special way that he checks leg kicks. Yeah. It was different than everybody else's.
Pereira's got to be hungry. He's got to be dangerous. He's got to go forward. He's got to pull the trigger, and he's got to be first. He can't allow himself to get pushed back against Ankalaev. If he does that, he's going to lose another fight. Now, I believe, to a certain degree, for Magomed Ankalaev, the aura of Alex Pereira has gone. He now knows, this man's human. I can beat him. I've taken his best shots. I can take him down. I beat him once before, and I'll beat him again. And that's why we've seen Alex Pereira coming out and talking shit and saying that he was hiding from him and all the rest of it, because there's a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Alex Pereira.
Aí o cara fala para dessa e se escondendo, velho. Cusão, velho, cara, velho.
Not pressure in terms of his lifestyle, not in terms of money, not in terms of his legacy, because that's all set. He's had a great career. But he wants to beat this guy, okay? And I think there's a little bit where Ankalaev is in his head. He's like, this guy's as big as me. He's stronger than me. He's a better wrestler than me. He might even hit harder than me, and he just beat me. You know what I'm saying? You put all that together, Alex Pereira's like, I've got a real challenge on my hands here. Who wins this fight? I think it's going to be the same way. I think Magomed Ankalaev, because of the wrestling, will force Pereira back up against the fence.
Aspinall explained that Ankalaev's calm composure, distance management, and ability to shut down Pereira's rhythm were the keys to victory in their first fight. While Pereira is famous for his explosive knockouts, it was Ankalaev's patience and control that made the difference that night. Still, Tom emphasized that Pereira is never truly out of a fight. All he needs is one opening, one mistake, to flip the momentum entirely. His lethal left hook, long range, and uncanny power make him dangerous at every moment. Aspinall described Pereira as a constant threat, even when he looks contained. Stylistically, Tom believes the rematch boils down to who can impose their game plan first. Ankalaev slowing things down with pressure and grappling, or Pereira creating the space he needs to unleash his striking.
Ankalaev is just so fucking good. I think a couple things. I think Alex has a great chance of beating him in the rematch. I think Alex goes too hard. I mean, how many title defenses did he have? Like going up and down weight classes. Or Ankalaev rides the bench for a certain amount of time. Like being that active and not only that, being a superstar. Like no one knows who the fuck Ankalaev is. Ankalaev walks down the street, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. Alex is a superstar. He can't leave his house without someone saying, "Oh shit, there's Alex. Should we take a picture?" Like it kind of takes a toll on the mind. Where you take Ankalaev, he just lives in a fucking cave somewhere. I don't know where the fuck that guy's from, but he probably lives in a fucking cave somewhere and just he doesn't have to deal with the same pressures of being famous as you do in the U.S. So I think Alex, if he just takes a step back, clears his brain, comes in fresh, stop traveling all over the fucking world. I think he has a legitimate shot of beating him.
On the Countdown show, one of your coaches said about Alex that he was like an old kickboxer who's slow and doesn't have the true knockout power. I'm just wondering if you agree with that assessment about Alex.
На шоу UFC Countdown один из твоих тренеров был услышан, он сказал, что Перейра, он старый кикбоксер, который уже потерял свою искру, потерял свою силу. Согласен ли ты с этим, или у тебя другое мнение по этому поводу?
Ну, если так сказал мой тренер, конечно, я согласен, и мы подтвердим это.
If this is what my coach said, then yes, I agree with it, and we're going to make sure to prove.
He's very rarely square on, which would be setting him up for this big left hook. In the first fight, he was constantly here. And something that he does super, super well is his octagon control. So you won't really see him throwing many strikes from out in the open. When his opponent's back is against the fence, that's when he'll start to dip in between here, going with the strikes and dipping and with his push kicks and all that kind of stuff. I think something that's really underestimated with Ankalaev, and feel free to say, tell me if I'm wrong here, Paul, because you've obviously fought him, is he knows when to set things up properly. He does the right things, is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't do anything at the wrong time.
I think it's his striking's a bit unorthodox. Not a lot of crisp, nice straight shots. They're all looping. And I think that's how he finds his angles to land these massive shots. And especially in the fight against the last time, he landed heavy. And I think it's the looping shots as opposed to just straight shots down the middle.
Pressure. He's going this way. He's going outside the orthodox foot constantly until his opponent's back. See, from here he won't throw too many strikes because he's still got this fair distance here. His opponent's back on the fence. When the opponent starts to get close to the fence, that's when he'll dip and start throwing the looping shots, the push kicks down the middle and stuff like that. So this is all just kind of finding his range till his opponent gets his back close to the fence.
But if Pereira can keep Ankalaev guessing, land big shots early, and drag him out of his comfort zone, this rematch could look very different. Aspinall praised both fighters, but ultimately leaned toward Ankalaev, citing his ability to dictate pace, his defensive sharpness, and his tactical awareness as advantages that could neutralize even Pereira's knockout power. Still, Tom admitted Pereira's striking remains among the most dangerous in the UFC, making him a threat from start to finish. The MMA community is divided. Some agree that Ankalaev's strategy will once again dismantle Pereira, while others believe Pereira's skill, power, and hunger for revenge will carry him through. That's why this fight feels massive, because either man could take it, and the result could shape the light heavyweight division for years to come. The only question is, will Alex Pereira find redemption and reclaim his belt, or will Magomed Ankalaev prove once and for all that his style is the ultimate answer to Pereira's power?